step is you pull all the weeds out, which we've done. And you want to make sure that your soil is level and healthy before you cover it. So we pulled out the weeds, and now we're going to add some topsoil. Before we add the covering to the garden bed, I wanted to add some fresh topsoil so that the bed is as healthy as possible as it rests for the summer months. I added 2 bags to this part of the bed. Now you want to mix the soil that was there with the fresh soil. There are 2 ways you can do that. You can do it by hand and just mix it up together. If you don't have this shovel, you could use a little hand trowel, because you'll probably have the students helping you. Another way to mix the soil would be to use this tool. This brand happens to be Black & Decker, and it comes with the battery and the electric charger. The charge lasts for about 30 minutes, which should be long enough to do one entire garden bed. This tool is available on loan from the Applied Learning Department. Now we raked or shoveled the soil pretty level, and the next step is to put the landscape fabric down and hold it securely. To do that, this type of product is what I recommend. You just have to purchase them one time and they last forever. I reuse the same ones. So you pull your fabric down, and then your goal is to get it as tight as possible. In this case, we're using 2 narrow strips, so in order to do the best job, we're overlapping. The stake would go here because we're overlapping the fabric. In this garden, we have pinwheels and CDs that are on sticks. They serve as decoration for the garden, but mainly they're here as a deterrent to pests like the iguanas. The movement and the color iguanas don't like. So when the wind blows and these are moving, it encourages the iguanas to go to another part of the garden. In preparation for the summer, I will be removing all of these and putting them away. One other step you do in preparation for the summer months is you remove garden signs. It's always helpful to teach the children what the plant is, but you want to take them away for the winds of the summer. Oh, that's just perfect. Another step in preparing your garden bed for the summer is, as you can see, these tomato plants, they're past their prime. So we have had it staked with a tomato ring or a tomato cage. So we would be pulling out the plants to throw that in the garbage, or a compost pile if you have it at your school. And then the tomato cage or ring could be put away for storage for next year. They could be reused for many years. Covering a garden bed for the summer is important, and there is some philosophy that the clear plastic makes the temperature of the soil even hotter than dark plastic. This particular bed we know has nematodes, an insect that's detrimental to plants, so we want to make sure we get it as hot as possible, so we're using clear plastic. I like the double. The double is better. This is thicker. The tighter the plastic is, the more protection it gives. And in the summer, we do have heavy winds and rain. We are using Fabric and Garden's staples, or also sometimes it's called stakes, that are the metal pins that are keeping the plastic down. And then we're poking holes with the same piece so that when the water comes in the rain, it'll drain off.
Soil is being added to the top of the visqueen to give additional weight to hold it down.
Aside from the cultivator, you can use a tool that you probably have, which is a shovel. And you just kind of go in under the surface and you're turning the soil. So you're doing the same task as a cultivator, but you're doing it by hand. So you're adding the fresh soil to what's already existing. And you want to make sure you take out all your weeds. Then you use your rake as the last step to make it smooth before you put your plastic covering on top. Kind of want your soil even in the bed as much as possible. With the rake, you're also moving the soil too. Another option to covering your bed is to use a shower curtain. This one happens to be clear, which they told us increases the temperature of the bed anyway, so this would be perfect. Of course, your bed would have to be the length of the shower curtain, but it's another option for covering the beds for the summer.